Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is day 18 of the Intentions Yoga Challenge. Today's power yoga focusing on upper body strength, I would say, on building a lot of strength around the arms, shoulders, and all that good stuff in preparation for Friday, which is going to include quite a few arm balances. So today we're actually going to start standing at the top of the mat. Once again, you do not need any equipment for this practice, but if you like having your blocks nearby or you're used to practicing with them or anything else, please feel free to have them. It's no problem at all. And before we get started, if you want a chance to win this travel yoga mat, then you can click in the link up here or the one down in the description to enter the giveaway as part of this whole January challenge. Right, without further ado, we're going to get started at the tops of our mat today in Tadasana, mountain pose. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart. And let's start to press down into the mat with the toes. So really trying to anchor down your feet and then engaging all the way up through the legs, engaging the glutes, the lower belly, heart shining forward. Let's pull the shoulder blades together and reach down through the fingertips. All 10 fingertips are engaged, and crown of the head is reaching up towards the sky. Let's take a moment to close the eyes here, bringing our awareness inwards, feeling the activation through the legs, feeling the activation in the hands and fingertips, and starting to deepen your breath. Each inhale, imagining you're growing even taller. Each exhale, you're rooting down into the mat beneath you even more. Fingertips are inching closer towards the floor. Now let's take 2 more breaths here. And as you breathe in, let's reach the arms up above the head. You can open the eyes, high mountain. Let's keep the palms touching. Exhale, side bend to the right. And next inhale, come back up through center, reach up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Next inhale, let's come back up through center. Exhale, interlace your hands at your lower back. Breathe in, open up the heart, and let's bend the knees, coming into chair pose. 2 more breaths here, really squeezing shoulder blades together, pulling the heart space forward. And then as you breathe out, you can straighten your legs, connecting your stomach to your thighs. And don't worry if the legs are not straight just yet. Maybe they're a little bit tight in the hamstrings, so you can keep them as bent as you need. And now let's release the hands down on the mat. One hand at a time, we're going to slide the hands underneath the feet, connecting the palms of your hands to your feet. Toes are nestled in the wrist creases. Let's take a deep breath in, lengthening the spine, straightening the legs a little bit more. And then exhale, let's bend the elbows out to the sides. And at the same time, feel free to really press down into your wrists with your toes, kind of wiggling the toes, massaging your wrist creases. From here, one hand at a time, let's slide them out from underneath the feet. Deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step back, high plank. And let's just hold this one, maybe rocking back and forth, building a little bit of heat through the whole body. On your next exhale, let's drop both knees down on the mat. Bring your shoulders past your wrists. Exhale, lower halfway with the knees on the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now as you breathe in, let's shift forward, high plank, keeping the spine straight. Exhale, pull back, downward facing dog 5 times. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, pull back. For 3, 2, and 1. On your next inhale in downward facing dog, let's come high up onto the toes. Exhale, bend your knees a lot and try to touch your hips to your heels. So the spine is very long, arms are straight. Breathe in, let's straighten the legs, downward facing dog, and we'll do that 5 times. Come high on the toes, bend the knees. Inhale, straighten. For 3, 2, and 1. Look between your hands, and then let's step or jump. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain, rise up with a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Let's take 1 push-up, lowering halfway. Inhale, high plank, and then exhale, chaturanga. And you can always drop the knees down on the mat if you need. In downward facing dog, deep breath in, let's come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, spring off your legs, step or float, top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain, rise. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Optional, 2 push-ups. For 1, 2, and then chaturanga. We're going to do 5 sun salutations so you can kind of see where this is going. On your next inhale, let's come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. High mountain to rise. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Optional, 3 push-ups for 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. 1 breath here. Inhale, come high on the toes. Bend the knees, step or float, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain, rise. 2 more. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift to breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. 4 push-ups for 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Chaturanga. Deep breath in and out. Once again, step or float, top of the mat at your own pace. Exhale to fold forward, top of the mat. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Last time, step back, high plank. Optional 5 push-ups for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chaturanga. Definitely feeling the heat already. Coming back to downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in here. Exhale, release. On your next inhale, let's lift the right leg up high. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Right arm reaches up towards the sky and hold. Maybe roll out your right wrist and switch directions. Now let's reach the right arm forward. Let's kick that left leg through and then step back. Frame your right foot, step back, high plank, chaturanga. All the way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Step your left foot between your hands. Left arm reaches up. Maybe roll out your left wrist. And switch directions. Now let's reach the left arm forward. Make sure you have enough space between your left foot and right hand. Let's kick the right leg through, step it back, frame your left foot, step back, high plank, chaturanga. On your next exhale, let's come into a floating table. Bend both knees, but they're not touching the mat. Let's lift the right foot, kick your right leg out to the left, maybe cactus your left arm, and then come back through center and switch. Kick your left leg out to the right, come back through center, and let's go. A little bit faster, maybe one breath, one movement, and if you want to go even faster, you can hop between the sides. Oops. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Ending with kicking your left leg, floating table, and then back to downward facing dog. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Peace fingers wrap around the big toes. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold. 3 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, let's take a halfway lift. Walk your hands all the way up to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Now we're going to hop to the top of the mat by lifting that right leg up high, but trying to land the right foot at the top of the mat. So you can swing your right leg up and down, and at some point, maybe bending your left knee a little bit, we're going to hop, lifting the left foot off the mat and landing the right foot at the top of the mat. Like so. Okay, and then the left foot stays at the back of the mat. Crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, vertical twist to the right and hold. On your next inhale and exhale, let's pivot into warrior 2. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Exhale, let's cartwheel both hands down to the mat. Let's step the left foot to the top of the mat. Feet are about hip width distance apart. And make sure the hands are not too close to the feet. We're going to kick the right leg through to the left, kind of like we were doing in reverse tabletop. Come back through center and kick the left leg through to the right. Come back through center, right leg kicks through. Come back through center, left leg kicks through. All right, come back through center. Plant the hands. Let's come into a crow pose. Knees come somewhere over the elbows, between the elbows and the shoulders. And then let's step or jump back, chaturanga. Now start to swing your left leg up. Maybe bend the left knee as well. Bend the right knee. And when you're ready, we're going to hop. Left foot lands to the top of the mat. Right foot lands at the back of the mat. Reach your arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist. And on your next inhale and exhale, let's come into warrior 2. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Once again, just rearrange the feet if you need to. This time, let's kick left foot through. Come back to this awkward little position. All right, trying to really bring your weight into the hands when you come here. And we'll end kicking the right leg through. Once again, let's make our way into crow pose. And then step or jump back, chaturanga. From here, you can slowly walk all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain, rise up. Exhale, let's interlace the hands at the lower back. Breathe in, let's bend the knees, open up the chest. Chair pose, stretching out the shoulders, the arms. And then as you breathe out, let's fold forward. And on your next exhale, let's bring both hands down on the mat. And we're going to come into crow pose 5 times. So very quickly, you can start from whatever position you prefer with your knees. We're just going to lean forward, lift the feet, and then come into malasana or any other squat that you prefer. And then once again, lean forward, lift the feet, rock back. For 3, 2, take it at your own pace, even if it's just bringing weight into the hands without lifting the feet. I'll do 1 more. And then from here, let's release malasana. Toes point out, heels point in. Let's roll out the wrists in one direction and the other. Now let's keep the backs of the hands connected. Elbows are pulling down, and let's just squeeze the hands into fists. And then open the hands. Squeeze and open. Squeeze as hard as you can. Hold. And let's release. Interlace your hands in front of you. Press the palms of the hands away. Reach the arms up. And then inhale, let's straighten the legs. Heel toe the feet together. High mountain. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Chaturanga. All the way back to downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Just reconnecting to your Ujjayi breath. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up high. And then once again, you can start to swing it. Just be very careful if you have something behind you. And then we'll hop that right foot forward and step the left foot back. But you want to lift both legs in the air. Okay, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. Right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward. Inhale and exhale, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Left foot steps to the top of the mat. Again, find your little stance. Now this time we're going to once again kick the right leg through to the left, but we're going to try to hop between the 2 sides. So kicking the right leg through, and then hop, and then step your right foot down, kick the left leg through, hop, and swish, if that makes sense. So alternating the feet, kicking off the right leg, left foot steps down, kick the right leg through, hop, drop the right foot, kick the left leg. Oop. Good. It doesn't look very pretty. Okay. Ending off with the left leg, coming back to malasana. And then let's just sit down, bringing both hands behind you. Fingers point towards the feet. Inhale, let's lift into reverse tabletop. And as you breathe out, let's release the hips, cross over the shins, plant the hands, come into high plank, optional chaturanga, and back to downward facing dog. Let's walk both hands all the way back to the feet, grabbing opposite hand to opposite elbow, and just dangle over your legs for a moment before we go to the other side. All that jumping is so exhausting, so it's good to take a little bit of a rest in between. And if you need a longer rest, maybe even a child's pose, it's always there for you. All right, let's release the hands down on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands into downward facing dog. Now left leg rises. Once again, swing a few times, and then when you're ready, you can hop. Left foot steps to the top of the mat, right foot at the back of the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, vertical twist. Inhale and exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, reverse warrior. Breathe out, cartwheel the hands down. Let's step the right foot closer, and then we're going to kick the left leg through to the right. Now, as you come back through center, try to hop and then switch legs. You can always bring the feet a little bit further away from your hands as well. It's really tiring, so we'll do one more on each side. And just ending with the right leg, and then you can come back to your, I can barely speak anymore, to your malasana. Let's reach the right arm underneath the right knee, left arm reaches up to the sky, and just hold here 3 breaths. And as you breathe out, let's come back through center. Left arm reaches out to the left, right arm reaches up. Let's come back through center. Come into low boat, exhale. And let's just hold. Maybe a hollow dish with the arms above the head. Maybe the arms beside your hips, making sure that your middle back is grounded. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Come back up, high boat. Let's start to rock back and forth. And then you can cross your shins, plant the hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga. We're almost winding down. We're just going to do a few more drills, a few more hops. So you can come down into tabletop or child's pose for a moment. Just 5 breaths here to recuperate your energy, or my energy at least, before we continue. And you can even bring your hands by your heels for another 3 breaths. All right, whenever you're ready, let's come back to downward facing dog. And we're just going to hop. So we're going to come onto the toes, bend the knees, and the first one we're going to do is keep the knees bent. So you can obviously straighten them to hop up, but then we're just going to tuck the knees into the chest, trying to bring the hips over the shoulders. And we're just going to do that 5 times. So inhale, come high on the toes. Make sure that your fingers are spread super wide. You're pressing down with all 10 fingertips. Shoulders are lifting up towards the ears. Let's bend the knees, look forward, and then hop, tuck the knees, and come back down 5 times. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's drop the knees. Sit down on the heels. Rest your hands on your lap. We're doing 2 more rounds with different leg variations. Just a few breaths in between each set. If you need to roll out your wrists, feel free to do that as well. Just relieving tension from the wrist creases. Can even shake it out. All right, we're going to go again before we cool down. This time, we're going to try to straddle the legs. So opening the legs up wide, keeping them straight. So same entrance. Let's come high on the toes, look between your hands or even a little bit further in front of your hands. Bend the knees and then hop up, straddle the leg, and come back down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, relax, hands on your knees, 5 breaths. Good, and the aim is not necessarily to hold it at the top. It's just to hop, building some strength in the shoulders, strength in the core and the back. Last one. This time we're going to hop, trying to create an L shape. Legs stay straight and they stay together. The hardest one, probably. All right, same thing. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Again, make sure you're really engaged through the shoulders, trying to lift them up towards the ears. Bend the knees, look forward. Now let's hop, keeping the legs straight for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, knees on the mat. And you can sit down, resting your hands in your knees. Maybe even taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's go ahead and grab opposite hand to opposite elbow behind your back. Very gentle stretch for the shoulders, maybe bringing the right ear to the right shoulder, and then chin into chest, and left ear to left shoulder. And let's release, bring your hands in front of you, interlace the hands, press the palms of the hands away, separate the shoulder blades and bring your chin into your chest. And then inhale, let's stand on the knees, lift the arms up, try to bring them behind your ears. Gently pressing the hips forward. On your exhale, let's bring the hands down. One last time, coming into downward facing dog. Maybe shaking the head out here, yes and no. We're going to hop one more time to the top of the mat. And this time, if you want to try to hold it, you're more than welcome to. Holding a handstand, you don't have to straighten the legs up. Maybe just trying to hold it with the knees tucked into the chest. Basically, jumping to the mat as slowly as possible. So whenever you're ready, look between your hands, come high on the toes. Remember to engage everything. Bend the knees, take your time. can come into a halfway lift once you're there. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, let's roll up high mountain. Come high on the toes, inhale, and then let's come all the way down, hips to heels. Slowly release. Make your way down to a seat. Let's extend the legs out in front of us. Remove the flesh from the sit bones. Deep breath in to reach the arms above the head. And then exhale, let's fold forward. On your next inhale, let's straighten the spine. Bring both hands behind you. Let's bend the knees for reverse tabletop. Press into the heels. Lift the back off the mat. Let's release the hips down. Extend your arms towards your knees. One vertebra at a time. Let's come all the way down to the back. Let's bring the knees into the chest. And maybe rock side to side, massaging your back. And then let's bring both knees over to the right for a twist. Left arm reaches out to the left. Let's slowly come back through center. And then let's bring both knees over to the left. Right arm reaches out to the right. Slowly, let's come back through center, coming into a bridge pose. Feet are hip-width distance apart. As you breathe in, you can lift your spine, maybe interlace the hands underneath your back, and let's hold. And then let's release the hands one vertebra at a time. Come all the way back down to the mat. And let's hug the knees into the chest. Lift the forehead to the knees. Deep breath in, and then hold the breath and squeeze every single muscle in your body for 3, 2, 1. And exhale. Let it go. Savasana, you deserve it. Taking a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Noticing how you're feeling in this moment, lying here on your mat. Feeling the sweat cool down, the body temperature cool down. Feeling the heartbeat slow down to its normal pace. Noticing the breath. And just lying here, observing how alive you're feeling in this moment. How every cell of your body feels awake. And maybe in this moment you can just marvel at how amazing it is to be alive. The mere fact of waking up and breathing every single day, everything that your body is doing without you having to really lift a finger or think about it. And I invite you to take these moments in Shavasana to be grateful for your body and for all those things that it does, for being able to move. We will lie here in silence for a few more moments. I know it is tempting to leave, but try to stay here, allowing your body to rest and to reap all the benefits of the practice that we just did. In your own time, you can start to deepen the breath and wiggle the fingertips and toes, taking your time to stretch in any direction that feels good. And then slowly you can make your way up to a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed, maybe resting the hands on your knees. When you're ready, you can reach your arms above the head. Exhaling, let's bring the hands to the heart space. And you can go ahead and rub the hands together. And then cover your eyes with your hands. And slowly, let's remove the hands away from the face, blinking the eyes open. And namaste. Well done. If you made it through that practice, well done to you. It was fiery, it was sweaty, so I hope that it challenged you and I hope that you enjoyed it. It is definitely not a flowy practice, more of a drill type of sequence. So really good for strength building and all that stuff. So maybe something to come back to if you're working on improving your arm balances, improving your handstand practice and all of that good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day ahead, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.